What is up, you guys? Sakshi Zion here, and I'm actually in Elburn, Illinois right now, right outside of Chicago. I'm at a beautiful place called the Maaa Center, which is a place where the teachings and the message and the movement of Amma, or Mata Amritananda Mayi, is located. The headquarters here in the Midwest. And this is a very special place. Amma is a remarkable woman, Nobel Peace Prize nominee, um, has changed many people's lives all over the world, like huge humanitarian, philanthropist, environmentalist. The things she's done for, disaster relief and education and environmentalism and medical supplies, people that have suffered. She's used her foundation and her millions of dollars to impact the world, and she's truly an amazing person. And she's known as the Hugging Saint, and we're here actually. We got a hug earlier this morning. She'll literally hug people for hours, right? Hours and hours and hours. So she started at like something like 8 o'clock, and it's now like 6 in the morning, and she was like hugging all night long. Didn't stop, didn't get up, eat nothing, didn't go to the bathroom, just hugging constantly. Thousands of people over the last night and over the last few days. And while there's a lot of gurus out there teaching different mantras and lineages and different techniques of meditation and breathing techniques, while those are all cool and those are all good, Amma's thing isn't about like a mantra or a type, a lineage like that. Her thing is that the world needs more love and compassion. And so her giving a hug to people, that represents that motherly love that, this earth, this world, humanity needs more of, and, setting the example by going out and, putting her money into service, into, uplifting humanity, into providing that care, that compassion, like when people go through struggles and they know that somebody cares for them, that they're not going to just be left alone, that changes people's lives, you know what I mean? So Amma set an amazing example for all of us to follow. I'll probably throw in some clips maybe of, what I have of Amma, different spots around the ashram here. But, what are you doing to, serve humanity, to uplift others, to spread the message of love and compassion, to help your fellow brother and sister? What are you doing? Think about how you can, align your life with service, because that's going to give you the truest fulfillment. One of my other mentors, I believe Amma and Tony Robbins are two of the most amazing, powerful people on the planet. To me, those are the two most powerful people on this planet right now. Tony Robbins and Amma. Well, Amma gives the hugs, she sets that example of love and compassion. Well, Tony Robbins, he, teaches people how to change their mindset, their beliefs, get different results in life, right? Well, he talks about how there's 5 human needs that everybody has. And number 1 is, a sense of certainty. We need certainty about certain things. We need to know that, our car is going to run okay. We need to know that we're going to have, a roof over our head. We need to know that, the school is going to be a safe place for our kids. So we need a certain amount of certainty in our lives. Number 2 essential need is that we need a certain amount of uncertainty. If we knew everything that was going to happen all the time, we would be bored out of our minds. So we need a certain amount of uncertainty to leave some mystery, some intrigue in our lives, to, bring that flavor, that spice, that diversity, that variety, that mystery, this, mystique, and all of that, So third, we need to be constantly growing. If you're not growing, you're not living, right? So learning, expanding your mind, reading, traveling, learning about different cultures, languages. We need to be growing constantly. That gives us truer fulfillment, right? So number 4 essential need is that we need to be, what is it? Oh wait. Oh fuck. Number 4 essential need was growth. Before growth, number 3 is actually significance. We all want to be, feel significant in this world. We all want to be able to feel like we matter, like people care about us, like our opinion is important to others, right? Our voice is gonna be heard. So significance. Then there's growth, number 4. And number 5, the most important one, the one that the least amount of people ever get to. Most people they have the certainty and they have the uncertainty, and some people might be growing, right? Some people, everybody finds ways of feeling significant, right? Some people aren't growing, right? If you're growing, you're doing good. The 5th thing, if you're doing this 5th thing, you're doing really good, right? You're making an impact. And what is it? The 5th need of every human being is contribution. You got to be contributing something to the world. That's going to give you the most satisfaction, the most fulfillment. So what are you out here doing, How are you growing? How are you contributing to the world?
Shri Mata Amritananda Mayi Devi, affectionately known as Amma, dedicates literally every day of her life to consoling suffering people all over the world. Her message and the essence of her compassion is expressed in her darshan. In the past 36 years, she has embraced over 26 million people. And she has been known to give darshan for over 22 hours without interruption.
Amma's boundless compassion has taken the form of a growing international charitable mission known as the Maaa Charitable Trust. The trust has been awarded a consultative status from the United Nations for its efforts to serve the poor and suffering, regardless of their ethnicity, social status, or religion.
Most people in India do not have any health coverage. In 1998, Amma started the highly specialized AIIMS hospital in Cochin in order to provide state-of-the-art medical care for everybody.
Since its inception, the AIIMS Hospital and other healthcare institutions have treated about 750,000 patients free of charge at an expenditure of about $34 million. Being one of the largest and best equipped hospitals in South India has meant a huge increase in the number of patients that come to be treated.
When the devastating earthquake struck Gujarat in 2001 and claimed the lives of almost 20,000 people, Amma was quick to respond.
With its special disaster relief team and millions of volunteers, the Maaa is able to provide immediate aid and long-term rehabilitation for natural disasters all over the world.
A specialized medical team rushed to provide medical aid. Entire communities devastated by the earthquake were rebuilt from the ground up.
After the tsunami struck, Amma's Amritapuri ashram became the center of the relief operations. Despite the fact that the ashram itself was badly damaged by the floodwaters, hundreds of volunteers provided free, immediate and temporary relief.
It's very striking because I've been involved with the United Nations, with non-governmental organizations, and first it's very difficult to get good delivery. Quality delivery of services to those in need, to those in distress, to those who support, to whom we're giving support, and to do it in a timely way is exceedingly difficult, especially in the middle of a massive disaster, massive emergency like the tsunami.
Amma visited some of the worst hit areas in Tamil Nadu where over 7,000 people were killed and individually consoled each person who came to meet her.
The Maaa distributed over 185 tons of rice and other provisions over the next few months.
In reality, the actual worth of relief provided is much greater than its face value, since most of the labor and services are provided free of charge by thousands of volunteers from all over the world.
Amma was invited to Sri Lanka by the Sri Lankan government and offered a $685,000 relief fund for building new homes. On the completion of the tsunami homes in Sri Lanka, the president invited Amma to visit the capital.
Amma thanked the president of the country of Sri Lanka for giving her an opportunity to serve the people of Sri Lanka. She personally handed over keys of the tsunami houses to some of the beneficiaries.